Hello my friends, it is Chantel and welcome back to my spooky library. Today's video is a very exciting announcement, so let's let this little intro play through and I will get to the nitty-gritty right when we come back. The exciting announcement that I am bringing to you guys today is a Readathon announcement, and that is for KuKi MAYhem, which is month-long Readathon created by Nicole from Dusty Book Sniffers and Koda from your booktube bestie Koda. I have a long list of fellow co-hosts that I will link in the description box below, as well as Koda and Nicole's channel. The win of this Readathon is from May 1st, wherever you are, to May 31st, wherever you are. And the object of this Readathon is to challenge yourself to create a KU or Kindle list of books that you have collected until May 1st and read as many as you can before the month of May is over. Now, we have had some questions along the lines of, what if we don't use Kindle? What if we don't use Kindle Unlimited? It applies to whatever e-reader you use. So it could be the books from Google Books, Apple Books, Nook, etc. It can even be books that you've acquired on Libby and or Hoopla from now until May 1st. So it's a very low pressure readathon. There's no prompts. So the challenge, there is 3 modes. There is the easy mode, which is to read 10 books. The hard mode is 20 books, or you have custom mode, which is to challenge yourself to however many books you want to attempt to tackle in the month of May. And we have 3 modes. So we have KU mode, which is where you read only KU books. Kindle mode, which is where you read any books that you have purchased, got gifted, ARCs, etc. on your Kindle that you have downloaded before May 1st. And then you have KuKi mode, which is what I plan on tackling, and that is to read off both KU and your Kindle list. And now we're getting into the DNF rules. So if you DNF below 20%, you can swap it for another book. However, you must read over 50% of your book to make it count towards your total. And then the last DNF rule is you must either swap or DNF at 51% in order to count it towards your total. So like I said, it's super low pressure. With that, I invite you to join our 24/31 sprint train, which there will be a playlist gathered at some point of all of the reading sprints that are happening. It is 24-hour sprints, so you should have no gap in between sprints. It should just be boom, 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 one right after another. So say I sprint from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. EST, and we'll throw Paula in there because, you know, she's my bestie and whatnot. So Paula would take over at 6 p.m. EST and go until, let's say, 12 a.m. EST. And then Nicole would take over from 12 a.m. to whatever time. You get what I mean? And I also invite you to join our fun little Discord that we have, where we'll have not prompts, but like bingo boards, TBR graphics, all kinds of graphics, fun chatty bits, recommendations, and you can chat with all of us hosts and just meet new friends. So the only other thing that I have for you guys is that kickoff sprints start on Nicole's channel May 1st at 9 a.m. AEST. So, if you want to join the KuKi MAYhem madness, everything you need will be in the description box below. With that, I'm going to go into my TBR. As I mentioned in the little mode description, I'm going to be taking part in the KuKi mode, which is where I'm going to read off of my KU list and my Kindle list. Regarding the Kindle Unlimited list, you have to finish the actual list that you started with before you can return and pick out new ones to be able to count them towards your total. So my Kindle Unlimited TBR, I have Their Vicious Darling, which is the Vicious Lost Boy series, book 3 by Nikki St. Crow. I would like to read the 4th one and then the spinoff that she has in the series. And then I have Guarded by the Golem by Kara Wilde, Honeysuckles, which is the Monster Stalker series, book 1 by January Rain, The Games Gods Play, The Crucible, book 1 by Abigail Owen, Blood Singers, which is a vampire and werewolf fated mates romantasy novel by Tamara Rose Bludgett, Kiss of Vengeance, which is a gripping dark mafia romance of secrets, power, and more by Nolan Crest, War, which is an enemies to lover motorcycle romance, which is the Bluff Creek Brotherhood, book 1, Little Stranger, which is a dark taboo romance, which is the first book of the Web of Silence duet. And then I have the Pumpkin Spice Cafe, Ace of Spades, which is the Wicked Boys of Wonderland, book 1 by Jekka Wilde. Hannah, I'm finally going to read it, I promise. Lawless, a small town enemies to lovers romance by Elsie Silver. I have the first book in the Vampire Knitting Club Cozy Mystery series, and that is by Nancy Warren. And then I have Asquatch, which is a Chill Pimples, which if you look at the cover is kind of like a mock of Goosebumps, but this is by Wit Slarp, which is a funny name, but I will be reading this with Paula. Autumn Crow by Cameron Chaney that I would like to read. The Hidden Valley Ranch of Studs Mystery by Wit Slorp. I don't know. But this one I'll be reading with Paula as well. Aaron's Obsession, which is Body Count Book 1 by Jolie Vines. Immortals by S.A. Quinox. Set Me on Fire, which is a Why Choose Rom-Com by Sam Hall. I believe my husband sent me the link for this one, and I have not read it yet, but I want to get to it since he sent it to me. I have Feral Darling, which is a intense werewolf horror adventure dark romance by Ed DeMonte. And then I have Perfect Game, which is the first book in the Unwritten Rules series by Megan Cousins. And I believe my husband sent me the link for this one as well, so I would love to get to this one for this as well. And then for the Kindle part of my KuKi mode I'm going to just use my entire Kindle list that I have acquired up until May 1st. So anything on there is free game for me to use, which I feel like is the best option. That way I can try to knock off as many books that are unread on my Kindle list. So yeah, I am super excited to be a co-host for this readathon. Thank you so much to Nicole and Koda, and I want to shout out Vanessa because she works so hard to help put this together, to help with the Discord, and to just make everything run smoothly. And yeah. But if you're joining KuKi MAYhem, I would love to know which books you would like to read for this readathon. And I'd like to know if you're going to choose the easy, hard, custom challenge. And what mode would you be reading? KU, Kindle, or KuKi? I would love to know in the comments below. And if you don't have anything else to say, just leave me an orange heart. And with that, I will see you guys in my next video, my next live stream, or in the comments section. So until then, stay spooky, my friends.